Coming up tonight on YCN News, no charges will be filed in an infant death case from Bellows Falls. We'll learn more about the Toys for Tots program, and the Lebanon school budget is under discussion. For more news, weather, and sports, it's time for YCN, your local view.
Now, your daily digest of the Dartmouth-Lake Sunapee region, southern Vermont, and Windsor County. News, sports, weather, and all that is happening in our area. The news on YCN, your local view.
Good evening and welcome to this Friday edition of YCN News. I'm Abby Peel. How exactly 5-month-old Emily Branch died in September may never be known, yet no criminal charges will be filed against anyone in her death, Vermont State Police reported today. The case remains open, yet police say there is no active or ongoing investigation at this time. Around midnight on September 6, police went to a home at 25 Oak Street in Bellows Falls, where the infant lived with her father, Jonathan Branch, and mother, Tammy Sears. Police went to the home on a report by Sears that her baby was unresponsive. Sears had just gotten home from work. Jonathan Branch was babysitting. He had fallen asleep on the couch, Emily beside him, and also asleep. Police say Branch had been drinking earlier. At first, Sears thought Emily was sleeping next to her father, yet noticed the baby was unresponsive. Emily was pronounced dead at Springfield Hospital. In its December 5th final autopsy report, a note from the Office of the state's chief medical examiner cites co-sleeping or an adult sleeping next to a child as a possible risk factor in the death. The federal government will continue to be funded thanks to a $1.1 trillion spending bill passed near midnight Thursday by the U.S. House of Representatives. Not everyone in Washington is pleased, however, including 2 members of the Vermont congressional delegation. Independent Senator Bernie Sanders and Democratic Representative Peter Welch say not all are served in this bill. Sanders says the bill provides for more spending by the Pentagon, including a decade-long war in the Middle East. Gentlemen and women, start your engines. The Claremont Speedway may have a future life in Sullivan County after all. Known earlier as the Twin State Speedway, 4 local residents bought the racing track for a bit more than $500,000, reports the Eagle Times. Representing the 4 new owners is Claremont attorney James Feline. The final sale price is $518,933. The track has been for sale for more than 2 years. Along the speedway itself, the 63 acres of farmland on which it now sits also was sold. The land once belonged to Edwin Greeley. A building now on the site also is part of the sale. Feline says the owners will pump money into track repair and other improvements aimed at making the speedway a destination getaway. The new owners will share equally in the track's operations, the Valley News reports. 2 Claremont residents, James Ambrose and Joseph Parita, Phil Hayes of Unity, and Frank Sargent of Windsor, Vermont, comprised the 4-man team who bought the track. When YCN News returns, we'll learn more about the Toys for Tots program.
The YCN News continues in a moment.
Welcome back to YCN News. I'm Abby Peel. Major illnesses do not discriminate in who might be afflicted. Our next news story rings true to that theme, as a call for possible marrow donors is out to our region. Recently retired Windsor, Vermont Police Chief Steve Soares has been diagnosed with a rare form of leukemia. Can you be the match? To find out, go to ribc.org/bethematch. Once at the site, fill out a questionnaire and enter the promotional code CheekSwab4Chief. You will receive a test kit. Test results will be directed to Soares. Windsor Town Manager Tom Marsh says there may be a fee for participants who are older than age 44. Thinking of ways to help others, especially children, during this holiday season is on the minds of many folks. Helping the staff of the Claremont Savings Bank through a local Kiwanis Cares program are U.S. Marines who participate as part of the Corps' Toys for Tots program. Let's learn more.
We are in the community room of the Claremont Savings Bank in Claremont, New Hampshire. We're in cooperation with the Kiwanis Club of Claremont. The first year that the Claremont Savings Bank decided to cooperate with Kiwanis Club for the Kiwanis Cares, we provided the entrance way for those receiving gifts to pick them up, because the gifts have to come from a remote location at the bank to the front area. What happened, it was a cold, blustery day, and everybody was standing outside in their turn waiting to pick up their gifts. So what we decided to do is to welcome them into the bank and provide them with an atmosphere where they, while they were waiting, could have more of the Christmas spirit as part of the gift giving.
So last night upstairs, the Kiwanians were taking all the toys, sorting out the clothes, making sure that they numbered everything so there's no names. Everything's very private, and putting everything in bags so that the children don't actually see, and the parents will have the opportunity to get wrapper, to get some tape, to get gift tags, so they can wrap it up themselves from the parents or from Santa to the children. So that was happening last night. Tonight will be the actual Christmas party, the holiday party. So today the kids will come down to this beautiful community room, and again they'll see Santa and Mrs. Claus. They'll have their cookies, and they'll have an opportunity for a photo, and then the parents will pick up the gifts.
Kiwanis, their theme is to take care of children, and all of the funds that we raise during the course of the year is to give back to the children in some way. And we felt that the people in the community that are less fortunate and don't have the opportunity to have a nice Christmas or gifts, that they should have the opportunity to share in Christmas like everyone else. And the Kiwanis has had a nice partnership with the bank over the years, and we just wanted to enhance that feeling of not just giving them gifts to have for Christmas, but to provide them the environment with an activity that makes them feel more real as a Christmas.
I really think everybody benefits. I think we personally benefit because we're happy to provide this. The Kiwanians have been amazing. I think, they benefit. They do a fantastic job. It's personal rewarding. And I really think the community benefits because there'll be an amazing amount of people here tonight. And the children who do not have the Christmas parties are going to be allowed to come to a Christmas party. They'll sit on Santa's lap, get their picture taken. They'll hear a story from Mrs. Claus. So it's really a wonderful opportunity and a great Christmas gift.
This bank was formed over 100 years ago to serve the needs of the community, and not just the community, the people that are in the community. And it's a broad base because Sullivan County is a large area. We have operations or branches from Cornish down to Charlestown and in the immediate Claremont area. But we are here to help in the economic development of the area, and part of the economic development is the social development of the area. And we all live and work in this area, which is a support system for all the other businesses that are dealing with all the citizens in the area. And so one organization always supports the other organization.
For me, it's seeing the children come in and seeing Santa Claus and having hope. I think it's really personally rewarding. It really makes Christmas special.
Our thanks to everyone who works to brighten the lives of our youngsters. The strike involving Northern New England employees of Fairpoint is now in its second month. Now, striking workers are getting a show of support from another union. The Vermont chapter of the National Education Association is donating $12,220 to employees, reports the Vermont Digger. Contract negotiations between labor and management broke down this fall. Recently, Fairpoint strikers were approved to file for unemployment benefits. When YCN News returns, we'll join Kearsarge Chronicle's Lynn Solomon, who spoke with Kate Neville, director of the Newport Library Arts Center.
The YCN News continues in a moment.
Welcome back to YCN News. I'm Abby Peel. Let's find out the weather and a look at sports.
Thanks, Abby. Tonight there is a 40% chance of snow showers with a low around 24. Saturday, expect a 30% chance of snow showers with a high near 33. Saturday night will be mostly cloudy with lows around 23 degrees. Sunday will be mostly sunny with highs near 34 degrees. Sunday night is expected to be partly cloudy. Lows will be around 25 degrees.
Snow Country Snapshot is brought to you by Bubba's Bar and Grill in Newbury, New Hampshire.
Kelly O'Brien here at Loon Mountain with Andy the Snowmaker. They've got one of the most powerful and efficient snowmaking systems in New England. And it's a lot to do with the HKD Click Hydrants.
Let's fire this thing up.
I feel like Mother Nature doing this. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
This week's heavyweight packing snow is just what we want during the early season. It builds a super strong base, and then we're just going to make more snow on top of it. Mount Sunapee has a demo day this weekend. You can test out the latest skis and snowboards from 11 different brands. Pat's Peak added more energy-efficient snow guns this year, so they can open lots of terrain quickly. They've got more than half of their trails open this weekend.
What makes you want to do that every winter?
Being outside, making snow, I love skiing. It's a great feeling when you guys come by and say, Snowmakers rock, yeah!
It's kind of like a Selsun Blue commercial.
Or checking snow quality.
That sounds much more appealing to the ladies, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
Well, high five.
Yeah.
Snowmakers are awesome!
More fresh snow on the Vermont side this time around. Okemo and Mount Snow both got nearly a foot of fresh snow, and they're expanding their terrain quickly. And Okemo's official opening celebration of their 6-pack bubble chair is this Saturday morning. They've got breakfast and live music. And don't miss Mount Snow's live music and retro 80s party Saturday night.
Thanks for the snowmaking lesson, Loon. I really appreciate it. Head over to snowcountry.com for all the weather and conditions, and we will see you next week. Bye.
Thanks, Hallie. It's time for our community calendar. Tomorrow there will be a holiday tree and wreath sale at Hanover High School from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Brattleboro, Vermont is holding a winter farmers market at the Robert H. Gibson River Garden from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And on Sunday, visit the performance of Handel's Messiah at the Our Lady of the Snows Church. The performance begins at 4 p.m. You can always submit local events from your community by sending them to news@ycnnow.com. Turning now to sports, there are some weekend games to check out in the Manchester Monarchs world. Tonight is their game at Portland, Maine. Saturday they will travel to Worcester for a game against the Sharks starting at 7 p.m. in the DCU Center. And on Sunday, the Monarchs travel to Providence for an anticipated game starting at 7 p.m. in the Dunkin' Donuts Center. YCN Sports will bring in the results of these games next week.
Thanks, Matt. When we return, we'll bring you more news from our area.
The YCN News continues in a moment.
Welcome back to YCN News. I'm Abby Peel. Vermont Governor Peter Shumlin has one less role to fill. Shumlin will not be the president of the Democratic Governors Association. That post now goes to Montana Governor Steve Bullock. Shumlin has chaired the DGA since 2012, the Brattleboro reformer notes. Meanwhile, Shumlin will learn in January if he is to remain a governor. The Vermont legislature will vote by ballot whether Shumlin or his Republican challenger Scott Milne will be governor. Neither candidate received the 50% or greater majority of the votes needed in the general November 4th election. The Lebanon School Board continues to fine-tune its 2015 to 2016 budget, so far coming in at $39 million. The board has not yet taken the final vote on the budget that voters will approve or not in March. One issue that's stirring up discussion is whether to hire an additional third-grade teacher due to large class sizes of second graders, according to the Valley News. Meanwhile, the newspaper reports the average salary for a Lebanon public school teacher is $61,400. That's above the state teacher salary average of $55,000. The school board meets again next Wednesday at the Lebanon Middle School. The meeting begins at 6:30 p.m. Even in this busy season, keep in mind the needs of others when it comes to parking at a supermarket or any shopping plaza. Employees with the state's Department of Safety and the New Hampshire Association of Chiefs of Police ask viewers not to ditch shopping carts in the handicap access spots. Parking in a hatch-marked access aisle meant for a shopper or driver with a physical disability makes it nearly impossible to maneuver. Shoppers who use those prohibited access aisles create the potential for serious injuries to other shoppers with a disability, says Police Chief Richard Crate. Crate is the president of the New Hampshire Association of Chiefs of Police. This could cost you, too, in the wallet, as fines range up to $250 for parking in a handicapped spot. Thank you for joining us for this Friday edition of YCN News. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. And you can watch our programs anytime online on YouTube or YCNnow.com. Continue to tune in to YCN as Capital Connections is up next. I'm Abby Peel for YCN, your local view. Good night.